Zero tariff trap. Why is this truth scarier than China's offer itself? Just imagine. An offer is placed before you that, at first glance, looks like a gold mine. China says, "Come, join us. We'll give you the largest zero tariff market. Your goods will be sold across Asia without any tax. Your industries will reach more than 1 billion customers." Sounds amazing, doesn't it? But is this offer really as golden as it appears? Or is it like that shiny sweet which hides poison inside? India today stands exactly at this crossroads. US President Donald Trump has put tariff pressure on us. And at the same time, China has invited us to join its massive zero tariff market. But the real question is, should India accept this offer? Or will it turn into a death knell for our domestic industries? Today, we will dive deep into this topic. But before that, if you're new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you get all our latest video updates first. So let's begin today's discussion without any delay. India's vast market has always been irresistible to the world. A population of 1.4 billion, a rapidly growing middle class, and its purchasing power. These are the three factors that ensure no superpower can truly strengthen its economy without India. That's why, when the US increased tariff pressure on India, China immediately seized the opportunity and once again offered us membership in the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership (RCEP). Since 2019, China has been trying to persuade India with the 𝐮𝐸𝐿 zero tariff, a massive market and billions of dollars in potential trade. But India has stayed away from this group. Why? Because behind the glitter of this offer lies a hidden darkness. Let's first understand what RCEP actually is. It is the world's largest trade bloc, consisting of thus ASEAN countries and their 5 FTA partners: China, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and New Zealand. In total, 15 countries. This bloc covers nearly 30% of the world's GDP and about 3 billion people. The agreement was signed in 2020 and became effective in 2022. Its main goal is to eliminate tariff and non-tariff barriers among member countries, ease investments, and accelerate trade. On paper, everything sounds perfect. But in 2020, India made it clear that it would not join. The reason? Our own concerns and the need to protect our domestic industries. China's state-run newspaper, Global Times, recently wrote, after the US imposed a 50% tariff on India, the country must find alternative markets, and RCEP could be its safest option. The paper argues that Asia's massive market can serve as a protective shield for India against US trade instability. It even claimed that in the next 10 to 15 years, tariffs on 90% of goods will be reduced to zero, making this a golden opportunity for India. But this is exactly where India's real problem begins. The question is not how easily our goods will sell in Asia, but how easily China and other countries' cheap products will flood into India. Imagine, if a cheap Chinese toy, an electronic gadget, or clothing starts entering India without tariffs, what will happen? Our small factories, MSME, and domestic industries will collapse in an instant. India's biggest concern is the protection of domestic industries. China is already a master of large-scale production. A single Chinese factory can produce as much as an entire Indian industry struggles to. If their goods start entering India at zero tariff like a flood, our industries won't be able to survive this price war. That's why India wanted a safety mechanism before joining RCEP, a rule that would allow us to increase tariffs if imports of a product surged too much. But China and other countries did not agree to this. Now let's look at the numbers. India's trade deficit with China is already at record levels. In financial year 2024, the deficit reached $99 billion. This means we buy far more from China than we sell to them. If we join RCEP, this deficit will only grow further. And a growing deficit means greater pressure on our industries, threats to our jobs, and a direct blow to our self-reliance. And remember, joining RCEP is not just an economic decision, it is also a geopolitical signal. China wants India to join so it can strengthen its economic and political dominance in Asia. It wants to link RCEP with its Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) to cement its supremacy in the region. If India joins, China will receive a clear message that India is ready to be part of its China-led bloc. But so far, India has made it clear that it will not step back from its independent foreign policy and its vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. India's policymakers believe that trade agreements must always be aligned with our own priorities. If today we blindly join RCEP and open up our markets, then in the coming decades, foreign companies will control our economy. Our factories will shut down, our jobs will vanish, and our markets will turn into dumping grounds for cheap Chinese goods. Think about it, this is not just an economic risk, but a social one as well. If millions of small industries shut down, then tens of millions of jobs will disappear. Unemployment will rise, migration from villages to cities will accelerate, and deep imbalances will emerge in society. Can we really afford to take such a massive risk just for the lure of cheap goods? That's why India has repeatedly made it clear that RCEP does not serve its core objectives in a balanced way. Big countries can, but for countries like India, it is filled with risks. Competing with China's production dominance is no easy task. This is why India has firmly said, we will not enter into any agreement that.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.